Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nocturnal Illusion. Let's do this. When I was pointing down the line, yeah, we already did that. Yes, thank you. Don't repeat it. Thank you. Okay, talk.
Does the moonlight appeal to you?
Yes, very much so.
Well, be careful that you don't fall under the spell of the moon's magical powers.
Moon doesn't have magical powers. Also, I'm not a werewolf. The magical powers of the moon, you said?
Yes, haven't you heard? The story is when the power of the moon influenced the earth, in other words, when the tide rises and falls, the number of babies that are born and the number of people who die goes up. Interesting.
Come to think of it, I have!
I suppose so. The moon has magical powers.
Yeah, that's the only possible explanation. Or it might have something to do with gravitational forces. But no, magical powers make so much more sense. A wizard did it. What happens when you fall under the spell of the moon's magical powers?
You lose your soul.
Wow, that's grim.
Thanks.
My soul?
The main thing that makes you a person is the soul. So if you lose your soul, you are no longer human.
The last thing we need is yet another tie to Lands of Lore 3. That reference would make more sense if anyone had actually played Lands of Lore 3, but... If I am no longer human, then what am I?
Something that is not human. Something that looks human, but cannot be human.
What, like a vampire or something? We already got one of those. Are you one of them?
What?
One of them? Your beauty is a beauty that cannot be human.
How sweet.
I will stake you and leave you out for the sunrise, bitch. I'm not afraid to.
Thank you for the compliment.
Wanna have sex now?
If only your words had been uttered by him, I would have no qualms about dying.
I wanna have sex with you. I'm sure that he would say the same thing, but he's not here. You need to move on with your life. With me.
That would make me very happy.
I came here during the day, too, but you weren't here, were you?
I was sleeping during the day.
Do you do that all the time?
Yes, every day, every night, over and over again, until he returns.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been waiting? When did you start?
Let's see, how long has it been since I stopped counting the days that he had come back? I don't know.
Well, since you stopped counting, I don't suppose you would. Isn't it hard? Well, it is pretty hard, but...
It's painful. The loneliness and sorrow of not having him here is enough to tear me apart.
I'm here? Like...
At least her English is better than the rest.
That's true.
She hasn't yet fucked up. But it would be many times more painful to stop waiting for him. So that's why I keep waiting for him. Tomorrow and the day after, over and over again, until he comes back for me.
Okay. Yeah, we already did that. Yes, 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 thank you. What would? Okay. Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, clicking. No! Okay, move. We're leaving. Goodbye. Alright, let's head to the gate. As I neared the gate, I felt a human figure standing there like it was clinging onto the iron railing of the gate. My reflex was to escape from here, but I caught by the sound of a woman's voice. Great.
Mr. Zack.
Not you again.
It seems I have given you a scare.
No, I wasn't expecting anyone to be out here.
You look like you've just seen a ghost.
That's not.
Don't worry, there are times when I don't know what's going on here either. Like whether or not I'm alive.
Probably not. But you felt so warm.
Mr. Zach?
If I was dead or a spirit, you wouldn't have felt my warm.
Okay. It could be because I don't have any past memory that I feel so unsure about myself.
Your memory?
Wow. My memory is only from the time I started working as the manager of this mansion. I don't have a memory for anything before that. That's creepy. Perhaps the feeling of insecurity, because I can't recall my past, would be understood by people who have lost their memory. So, it may not be so unreasonable that Yukina is so frightened all the time.
Doesn't she remember any of her memories?
It's not as if she has no memory at all, but...
Come to think of it, she said she doesn't know what is. But that she was scared. But it is.
I wonder if it is best to have memories or not.
Ideally, it's best to have it, I suppose, because it is ideal to have the strength to be able to overcome painful memories.
So what happens to people who don't have that strength? They become Yukina.
I beat them up, I guess? I have no idea.
Oh dear, what am I saying? Please, forget it.
Done! There are a lot of things in this world that aren't understood.
Yes, you're right.
I know I am. By the way, what are you doing out here?
Well, I had this weird feeling that someone was going to visit the mansion again. I guess it was something else.
Can you tell when someone is coming?
Well, I'm the manager of this mansion, but I often make mistakes, like now.
Alright, well, I'll see you later. Can I please go?
The wind has picked up. I'll get cold in the night breeze. I'm going back to the mansion.
Good night. I watched the madam's body disappear into the darkness. Thank God that's over. Alright, let's head back inside. You know, my favorite place to go, folks. Oh, at least she's not wearing sunglasses. Pensive-looking Maya looks for something at the lobby entrance. Hi!
Oh, it's you. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt my reporting.
Then move away from the front door! You are literally in the place everyone needs to go through! Sure. Go back to your room! But do you mind if we talk for a while?
Well, it depends. It's up to my mood and decision. Yeah, definitely your mood.
What about right now?
Well, I think you're lucky.
Does your reporting go on smoothly?
I think it's not bad.
Maya blocks me from talking.
By the way, have your dinner yet?
No, I had my lunch, but that wasn't shown.
Then let's have dinner together.
Wait, now you want to have dinner with me? I thought you hated me.
I don't care if you don't want to. I'll just eat alone.
Wait a minute, I didn't say I didn't want to. I'll be pleased if you would. Same look on her face. When we went to the dining room, there was no one around. What shall we do? Shall I look for the maid?
It's not necessary.
What did you say?
You don't have to call a maid. I can prepare it myself.
Okay, get the maid.
It seems that you don't want to eat food I make.
Yeah, you're real perceptive.
You're very lucky to eat my cooking dishes.
Well, I don't want to eat the dishes. I'd rather have the food. I'm a lucky boy, eh?
A giggle. Then we...
Stop being so snarky, Maya. You should pay me for this meal. Alright, I'll be happy if you give me discount coupon. If you give me discount coupon.
Alright, very cheap. Just help me peel potatoes.
Okay! You can tell, but I gave a thumbs up there.
Huzzah!
Night train to Mondofine. Night train to the end. Running hard and running fast. Alright, good smell spreads out. A little later, Maya and I sit at the table where various dinner dishes are placed side by side. Okay.
Let's eat.
Year.
How were my dishes?
They taste good. Very good.
Everything tastes good to starving people.
Not Brussels sprouts. I'm sure they were delicious, even if I was not hungry. I'm damn sure. I'm damn sure.
Okay.
I'm damn sure. Okay, I'm done. I heard that people working in mass media are very busy, so they seldom prepare meals.
I usually don't. I dine out most of the time.
At McDonald's. You don't have time to do your own cooking, do you?
Well, no. Besides, do you know what cooking at home? Do you know that cooking at home becomes cheaper than dining out when there are more than 2 persons? So it's cheaper for those living alone.
What?
To eat out.
Really? I'm surprised.
You are, eh?
You're a good cook, despite you dine out most of the time. I can't cook well.
When I was home, my mother taught me a lot about cooking. She said that a woman will be in trouble if she doesn't like cooking. What a silly idea. You don't think so. I think men are the same. What? Don't you? What?
I don't know. Well, I think it'd be better be good rather than lousy at cooking regardless of sex. Wait, well, I think it'd better be good rather than lousy at cooking regardless of sex.
I agree with you. I couldn't stand watching you to use a knife because you looked so clumsy. It seems that you were going to cut your own finger. It's really a shame, isn't it?
Was I that bad?
You were really awful.
Well, don't spare my feelings.
I guess you've looked around the mansion too.
Yes, several times.
Then you know that there are many locked rooms.
I
We
know.
talked about that!
I know, the gameplay is extremely linear.
I'm curious about what's in those rooms.
I'm curious, but at the same time, I'm afraid to know. You could just break them down, but I guess you're not strong enough, being a woman and all. Ha! Yeah, I'm discriminating against you. Deal with it.
They make me so excited because they may contain secrets about this mansion.
Heck yeah. I remember what the mistress told me. She told me to look for keys. Does she mean the keys for the locked rooms, or am I wrong? No, she said the key to the gate!
I wonder where the keys are. Each guest has a key to his room.
When did I get that?
Then what about other keys? Does the mistress keep them?
Night train to Mondofine, night train to the end, running hard and running fast towards my future and away from my past, night train to the end. Based on conversation with Maya, it's evident that she doesn't know anything more than I do. In fact, she knows quite a bit less. Well, I think I'd better go back to my work. Oh, that's you.
Well, I think I better go back to my work.
Thanks for inviting me to dinner. It was delicious.
You don't have to thank me since I cooked for myself.
Alright, fine. It sucked.
By way of caution, don't ever think that I like you. I was cooking anyway because I had to eat. See you later.
You asked me to eat with you, though. Like...
Wow.
Where am I? I don't know where I am. Okay, let's see. Where should we go next? Let's check out the basement again. There seemed to be someone in the dimly lit room, and I heard a voice that sounded like a person trying to keep silent while crying. Who could be in a place like this?
Oh.
Oh, it actually reminds me, we're out of time for now, so we'll have to figure out what NÖÖÖOO's on about in the next part. That's it for this episode, and when we come back, more of NÖÖÖOO weeping. So, see you then, folks. Kiss, kiss. Alright, folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nocturnal Illusion. Let's do this. When I was pointing down the line, yeah, we already did that. Yes, thank you. Don't repeat it. Thank you. Okay, talk.
Does the moonlight appeal to you?
Yes, very much so.
Well, be careful that you don't fall under the spell of the moon's magical powers.
Moon doesn't have magical powers. Only possible explanation. Or it might have something to do with gravitational forces. But no, magical powers make so much more sense. A wizard did it. What happens when you fall under the spell of the moon's magical powers?
You lose your soul.
Wow, that's grim.
Thanks.
My soul?
The main thing that makes you a person is the soul. So if you lose your soul, you are no longer human.
The last thing we need is yet another tie to Lands of Lore 3. That reference would make more sense if anyone had actually played Lands of Lore 3, but... If I am no longer human, then what am I?
Something that is not human. Something that looks human, but cannot be human.
What, like a vampire or something? We already got one of those. Are you one of them?
What?
One of them? Your beauty is a beauty that cannot be human.
How sweet.
Also, I'm not a werewolf. The magical powers of the moon, you said?
Yes, haven't you heard? The story is when the power of the moon influenced the earth, in other words, when the tide rises and falls, the number of babies that are born and the number of people who die goes up. Interesting.
Come to think of it, I have!
I suppose so. The moon has magical powers.
Yeah, that's the only- I will stake you and leave you out for the sunrise, bitch. I'm not afraid to.
Thank you for the compliment.
Wanna have sex now?
If only your words had been uttered by him, I would have no qualms about dying.
I wanna have sex with you. I'm sure that he would say the same thing, but he's not here. You need to move on with your life. With me.
That would make me very happy.